What about the opposite sex confuses you the most? Whose penis opens up to accept the other man's penis? How can you just be thinking of nothing? That makes me so jealous. Either we're just blank, or thinking of something so incomparably stupid that sharing it with you would just make you think us stupid. Ladies, how can it possibly make sense to have 50 pillows on the bed or sofa that need to be shoved out of the way to use the bed or sofa for its primary purpose? 1. When my wife asks me what I want to eat, and no matter what I reply, she doesn't like it and complains I'm not helpful. 2. Or if I ask what she wants to eat, and her reply is, I don't know. What do you feel like? And I get the same result as the situation 1. It's like my wife is eternally confused on what she wants to eat. The way men take their tops off. My boyfriend pulls it from the collar up and over his head. All of my female friends confirm this is how the men in their lives also do it. My female friends and I grab the bottom of our tops with left hand reaching the right side of the top and right hand reaching the left hand side of the top. Then pull up and the top is off. Sorry. I am terrible at explaining things. I can't decide who's doing it the best way. Most of the time my boyfriend's top is not inside out, whereas mine often are. So maybe the way the men are doing it makes more sense. I just can't do it that way though. I'm guessing it's because women's tops will almost always be tighter fitting than men's, so it requires more force to remove a woman's top than a man's. As a man I don't like turning my shirts inside out and then back to inside in after it's washed. One less laundry step to complete. As a guy, I grab the back of my shirt below the collar, and pull it off over my head. Then I bunch it up into a ball and toss it on the floor somewhere. Later, it magically turns up back in my closet. Also, probably unrelated, my wife has been mad at me lately. This just happened yesterday. I saw a girl I've been friends with for a while on campus for the first time in like 5 months. We talked for a bit and she said we should get together sometime. I said sure and asked about Friday. She's busy then and had to go, so she told me to text her. I text her a half hour later asking about Saturday. She waits 20 hours to text me back and says she's busy then too. Give no time when she won't be busy. Why would a girl go out of her way to ask me to ask her out, only to basically reject my asking her out? How on earth is it that while I am showering, do I find a piece of her hair stuck between my ass crack? Like seriously, how did her hair get inside my butt crack for me to discover it as I was washing myself? P.S. Now I understand what people mean when they say goodbye inbox. Lol. P.P.S. For all those saying it's about laundry. Sometimes she goes away to Brazil and I find it there 5 to 10 days later, while only washing my clothes. I mean, it's just hiding somewhere, waiting for the perfect moment to enter my butt crack. Why can't they just say they like you? Why do they gotta turn it into a big mystery case? I'm here wondering to myself if she likes me because she laughs at all my shitty jokes and texts me daily, or if it's just pity. I ask her and she says probably. Why women wear high heels? We really like the clack clack sound it makes when we walk. There have been studies about that in particular. Results showed that hearing that clack clack gives that person a feeling of power, which in turn boosts their confidence. That's why I wear tap shoes to work. Why women's jeans do not have pockets? According to the corporate overlords, it's because you're supposed to own a purse. Hey men, be honest with me here for a sec. Do you actually prefer open, direct communication, or is it another hoax? I'm mostly asking the under 30 crowd. Open direct communication is amazing. Yes. Guys can be so mean when they prank their friends. And a lot of times, their friends are actually cool with it, find it hilarious. It baffles me. I would absolutely not have friends who'd like, pants me in the middle of a crowded street, or spray paint my car, or toss me through the wall unexpectedly. Y'all are crazy with that shit sometimes. Pants me in the middle of a crowded street, meh. Or spray paint my car, help me hide the bodies, or toss me through the wall unexpectedly, meh. My mother will randomly call me up for small talks, but I've never been a small talker, so I just answer her questions and don't really push the conversation forward. Then she feels rejected and gets upset with me. I am someone's mom. I call because I love you. I call because I do not quite know how to tell you that I still am so incredibly invested in you as a person. I want to check on you. I need to know you are healthy. I need to hear the voice of a person I love more than almost anything else on earth. If something or someone is hurting you, I instinctively want to kill it. I miss all those times when I held you close and rocked you in my arms. You would stare up at me and we would just cuddle. It was like we could love each other just by looking at each other. You probably do not remember all our adventures. We made cookies. That time you fell out of the tree and broke your arm made me feel like a horrible person, because I was not there to stop it. We rushed to the hospital and I was helpless to fix it. Remember when I was quiet and kind of distant when you were dating that girl who broke your heart? I knew it was coming, and I had to let you live your life. But I wanted to hurt her for hurting you. I had to step back and let you grow up. Stepping back was the hardest thing I ever did. Letting you take steps and fall down. Letting you fall off your first bike. That stupid thing with the tree. Going to school the first day. We didn't cuddle and look at each other anymore. Then you had to be an adult and move out. You didn't need me. Plus, you didn't talk to me. You really haven't since you were about 12. But I still miss it. I do not know what to say to you. Or how to learn about you life. I still worry. I miss you. I miss how we loved each other. My stupid small talk really means that I love you. And I am checking on you. I am not trying to be annoying. But I do not know how else to say it. Congrats for making me realize I've been a shitty son for the past decade. Girls always say that men are dumb and they don't understand the signals. So why they keep doing that? Why don't they say what they want to say? So we'll understand. I remember hanging out with my now so. She was saying you're so oblivious to the signals and we bicker back and forth before I say just tell me to kiss you. And that's how she got pregnant. Why is it so difficult to decide on a place to eat? I do know I want some chicken wings. Not from Wild Wing Cafe. Not from Buffalo Wild Wings. Not from Hooters. Not from local wing place. No, I don't want you to make me some. But I do know I want wings. When men pee, they hold their penis to aim. If you don't hold it, will it flop around like a fire hose? Sadly no. Grammage from work is so cute and we talk all the time. I really like spending time with him. Why hasn't he asked me out on a date? Damn it girl. Ask me out. Just because you're nice to me doesn't mean I'm going to know you're that kind of interested. I'm a stereotypical romantically dumb dude. Not to mention assuming a girl is interested when she's just being friendly can lead to really awkward moments. Ask me out. Doesn't have to be anything fancy. Hey, wanna grab a beer on Thursday? Hell yeah I do. Even if it doesn't go anywhere. Being asked out feels amazing. Confidence boost for days. This was a real situation. I worked at a bar. And apparently one of the new bartenders was really into me. She didn't say a thing. I thought she was just a really cool coworker. And I didn't find out until another bartender told me. After she had already moved away. One girl's I paid attention to him. Why doesn't he ask me out? Is another girl's OMG why does he think I'm into him just because I was being nice? Men, am I right? Hopefully not the same girl thinking both. Why do girls like leggings? I know why I like them. Because they're comfy AF and casual without being as sloppy as sweatpants. How some guys can make friends so easily. Case study. While attending uni I witnessed the following. The first day of class one guy was sitting a row ahead of me wearing a sports team's hat. Another guy walks in, also wearing the same sports team's hat. Notices the first guy and enthusiastically addresses him sports team. The first guy looks up and responds sports team. They then introduced themselves to each other and proceeded to become close friends. I would see them occasionally around campus hanging out. This isn't the only instance of fast friends I've perceived. But I find that guys seem to become friends much faster than girls. Maybe that's just from my perspective. Though, I will say that drunk girls in the bathroom are often the nicest people you will ever meet. But that I've never seen a friendship blossom out of those interactions. Because we're not super intimate about details. I didn't know a guy's grandmother had died for 6 months till he said, "Oh, my grandmother passed away 6 months ago." And I was like, wow, we're super close friends that he told me such an intimate detail. I didn't realize that it was weird till I told my girlfriend. As she was texting her friend who was giving her a full medical history about her own periods. Men, we're bad at sharing. Women, you guys share a lot. How women can apply makeup, eyeliner, and lipstick in moving vehicles. I've been commuting to work on public transportation buses and trains for almost a decade and I'm still astounded at how many women do this flawlessly mid-commute. I'd have stabbed myself in both eyes and would look like a clown if I attempted to do that. How I can enter an argument with my wife knowing 100% that I'm in the right yet leave apologizing and wondering how I could ever have been so wrong. When a woman says I'm fine but she's really and clearly not fine, why don't they tell us what's wrong so we can solve it? Also, is it just universal amongst women that fine is the exact word to use if you want to make sure your boyfriend knows it's not fine, rather than I'm alright or I'm good, etc.? With my wife, it means I'm upset, but I need some time to sort things out in my head and figure out if these emotions are the sign of a big issue we need to talk about, or if it's just a transient reaction that will pass. And the best thing to help me figure that out is for you to stop asking me 100 questions and let me think. Your mileage may vary, but after I figured that out I learned to give her space. And maybe 25% of the time it means we have a talk later. So, not passive-aggressive, not playing games. Just a lot easier to say I'm fine than a whole paragraph. How is it that your public restrooms are always dirtier than men's? I work at a cafe and have to clean, but there's always seat covers and paper towels all over the floor, and piss in the sink. I'm not complaining too much. It's my job and all, but just how? Piss on the sink. Damn, women are talented. Why women are so obsessed with the dog filter selfie on Snapchat? Probably because it's cute and hides their noses, which many girls don't really love about themselves. Thanks, Christy Anus. When my girlfriend thinks something at me and swears she said it to me, it only proves my point that women share mental telepathy and men don't. We do. Have you never seen women just look at each other and start laughing? Telepathy.